Okay, another day, another walk. I'm up on Ulupna. I think you pronounce it Ulupna Island. It's an island on the Marray River, or it's like an ana branch of the Marray River. Up near Strathmerton, I suppose, is the closest place. So this walk, I've never done it before. It'll be a bit of cross-country stuff like this, I suppose. I'm just kind of heading off piste, trying to meet up with another track. What I'm not too sure about today is there's been a lot of flooding, so we'll see how it goes, what I get through. I guess it's going to be around 14 k's, meant to be 32 up here today, so the plan was, the reason I'm here is I thought at 32, it's grey and shitty in Melbourne. I thought 32 up here I might get to have a swim if I can find a beach. So we'll see how it all goes. Anyway, I'll get walking and I'll see you later. I don't think this walk's going to be full of scenic highlights, by the way, but I like this kind of dry open country. It's nice to walk through. Yeah, I'm thinking I won't be short of bird life today. So I finally made the AT, hey? Looks a bit different to what I'd always imagined. So I've been walking for about, 40 minutes, I guess. That's where I'm going to go later on, but I'm just going to head up to get my first glimpse of the Marray up here. I think there might be a beach. Probably a bit early for a swim yet. I've still got a fair way to go. We'll go and have a bit of a look at the river. The river's, like I said before, there's been some massive floods this year. So the river's going to be really high. So we were checking out, I think. Yeah. So there it is. Marray River. And just up here to the left, I think that's Ulupna Creek coming back in. I'm guessing it's Ulupna Creek, and that's why they call this walk an island, because the creek loops around from upstream and then empties back downstream. So I'm effectively walking on an island here. There's a camping area, a car-based camping area on the other side of the other side of the creek there. There's plenty of water in the ana branch. I did say the birds would be noisy. Okay, I'm heading towards the bit of the walk where I'm not sure whether I'm going to get across or whether I'm going to have to backtrack. Across, it looks like a billabong I have to get across. Now I'm guessing it's ephemeral, but we've had a lot of water, so I'm thinking if it's ever going to have water, and it's going to be this year, so I'm hoping I can just track along the side of it, off track, and then cross where it dries out a bit. But if not, I'm going to be backtracking along this little track with the birds. Okay, I've hit the Marray River again on a nice beach. There's a beach on this side. There's a really nice one on the New South Wales side. But the good news is I'm standing in my what do I call it? Lagoon, Billabong, and it's pretty well dry. It's dry where I can see, so I'm just going to walk up here now for a while and hopefully pick up another 4-wheel drive track in a kilometre or so. Someone has actually driven along here, so I don't think I'm going to have too much trouble walking it. I'm heading for a place called, I think it's Faraway Beach. I'll check the map, but yeah, as far as I know, and I think I'll stop there for a bit of a swim and a break. Probably another hour away. There's a little bit of water left over, but not much. It's perfect temperature for walking. I guess it's probably 20 degrees. There's no wind. Best of all, there's no mosquitoes. A few roos hopping around over there. And of course a lot of noisy birds. But I could think of about 1 million places worse than this. So I'm on another bit of the walk that I may or may not get through. I'm heading up here. Hopefully I can follow. I'm going to meet the Marray River again in a few hundred metres, and hopefully follow it downstream. Upstream to Peppermint Tree Beach, not Faraway Beach. I'm not sure how I got those names mixed up. But there's no track on my map, and I'm not too keen on pushing through that real thick green, weedy looking stuff that looks head high. So I might have to backtrack. We'll see how we go. Okay, back on the Marray. Quite a nice beach here. But I'm going to push on to the next one for a swim. So in theory, the next beach is only a few hundred metres down up the river. So we'll see how we go. I think I can get through that scrub all right. Doesn't look too bad. It'll be time for a swim. Okay, update. Had another look at my map. There's actually 3 big beaches I'm going to pass between here and when I get back to the Ute on my side of the river, according to my map. So scratch the info about the next beach going for a swim. It's still only 10, a bit after 10:20 in the morning. I'm going to go to the 3rd beach and have a swim there. There's some fishermen on the river out there. So this next bit of the walk's going to be potentially the trickiest. I've got to navigate a bit of off-piste stuff, so I'm thinking near the river will be okay. Time will tell, eh? So, right on the riverbank, the river's just there. It's not too bad, but the banks are very undercut. So I've had to come inland a bit, which is what I didn't want to do, because I don't want to be pushing through too much of this stuff. Some of it's thistles. I don't know what this, I'm not too sure what this stuff is, but I'm pretty sure it's not native. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be allergic to it. So I'm just making my way. This rough stuff should be only short, should be only a few hundred metres, so I think I can put up with it. Time will tell if I get back here and say there's enough. But we'll see how we go. Well, I'm glad I wore gaiters and boots, if only for that last little, I don't know, half a kilometre. I'm about to break out on another track here, but walking through that, it was pretty scratchy and shitty. But it saved me a long backtrack, so it was worth it. Alright, get on to the next beach. So this little piece of paradise is Pepper Tree Beach. I won't go too far down with the camera because there's some people camped here. But yeah, plenty of room to pitch a tent. I'm 100 metres from the people that are camping. Oh, magic spot, nice beach too. Very civilised. Next beach along is Lagoon Beach. Looks like this is where all the people go. Can't believe The amount of fucking rubbish scattered around here. Without being one of those wankers that sounds like a school teacher to telling you what to do, that's fucking disgraceful. Glass bottles everywhere. Jesus Christ. And I think I'm in Barmah National Park here too. So our taxpayers' dollars will be at work cleaning this fucking mess up that these lazy pricks left here. Brilliant. Anyway, this has been the first spot on the walk that I've actually come across this problem, but yeah, it's annoying when you do come across things like that. Anyway, sorry to preach, it just pisses me off. There's a beautiful little lagoon. So I just had a missing petrol go past me. This is why you probably want to do this walk when there's not too many people around. Because when you are on the four-wheel drive trucks, they're particularly dusty. That's a nice looking gum. It almost looks silver. So that little beach in the distance on my side of the river is Lawrence's beach, and that's where I'm going to go for a swim. It looks like it could be bogan free. I can't see anyone on the sand from here, but you never know. Couldn't be as bad as that lagoon beach that I just went past. My map isn't showing a track between here and the beach, but it does appear to be a rough track through the trees. Although maybe it ends just here. If there's no track, I'm pushing through the scrub again for a few hundred metres. Yeah, looks like this is the end of it. Alright, so I'm going to be doing a bit of off-piste stuff again. I'll see you at the beach probably. I'm just making my way through the scrub. It's not too bad, this scrub, to walk off track. It's probably what I'd call medium, light to medium scrub. You can normally find your way through. The thing that's worrying me is these tall green plants or this tall green weed. I'm allergic to most grasses, so I'm thinking I'm probably allergic to that. I can see the sand through the trees though, so I haven't got far to go. Just work my way through this. Some of the Lawrence's beach. There's a toilet here with a tank. There's a few cars, there's quite a few cars actually set up in the trees around the corner there. I'm heading down this upstream end. I don't think there's too many people. There's one person walking on the beach, but on the sand, so apart from that, it looks pretty deserted down there. So I'll find a tree, and I've done about, I don't know, 11 k's so far. Must be time for smoko, I reckon. Bit of a drink and a swim. So I'm on Lawrence's beach, I think it is. It's a big beach, about 100 metres long. There's a few people at the other end, but there's no one down here, so there's a nice spot for a swim. I don't know, you can see, probably see the hiking pole, the trekking pole. Yeah, that's my little beach. Sand's getting a bit hot now, it's the middle of the day, but beautiful for swimming. Absolutely magnificent. I love these Marray River beaches. About the only thing I can hear is a few cows on the other side of the river. And the birds. Okay, well that was a nice little interlude to the day. Nice little swimming spot. Now I'm going to push on the last 3 k's or so back to the ute. Open this track here. will get me through to the one that I can follow all the way back to the ute. See how we go. This is a nice little grassy shelf to camp on here too. File this one away in the memory. Private beach. All good. At least I'm not off track pushing through these. Okay, all good things come to an end. I'm about to leave the Marray for last time on this walk. The river's looking good at the moment, I tell you. Anyway, time to head in the bush and get back to the ute. So this is my the track that I'll take back to the ute, I think. There's a boundary fence just over there with like a fire break track along it too, so there's no shortage of options along here. They're all pretty easy walking out here in this part of the park. Okay, this is me back at the ute. It's about I've walked about 13.5 k's this morning. Well, it's just after lunch now, so we'll call it today. It's a pretty easy walk, except the off-track sections are a bit overgrown along the river with weeds. You can always avoid those sections though by following these kind of fire tracks that I'm kind of walking now. They'll just be a bit longer. The river's a bit hit and miss, the swimming in the beaches. It's the Marray River is a bit of a bogan magnet, so my bogan brothers and sisters can kind of take over a little bit with their boats and their drinking and stuff. But I mean, it wasn't too bad today. There was one group of young blokes, about 25 young blokes, that have made a bit of a mess on one of the beaches, but the rest of it was all right. You can normally find, if you're walking, you can normally find a quiet spot somewhere. Although having said that, I'm lucky. I had Friday off this week, so I've come up on a Friday. And it's always best to visit these kind of places on a weekday if you can. It's hard to get off work sometimes. Anyway, I'm signing off, heading off on my next adventure. But first I reckon I'll have some lunch and crank up the aircon. It's probably low 30s now, so it's getting a bit warm. Catch you next time.